Are you purposefully trying to kill yourself? Or do you have what they call foot and mouth disease? Let's talk. What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World. So let's talk. You know how we do it. Y'all know how we do it. So let's get into it. And welcome to another edition of J Topics. Look what I got on y'all. First of all, this is one of my favorite shows, Schitt's Creek. I don't know if you've ever seen that show, but if you've not seen this show, it is absolutely amazing. You must check it out. But I decided to wear this show in honor of or shall I say, the infamous Kim Burrell. Because as of late, once again, she is up. Oh yeah. Okay. Before I get into the latest thing that's going on with her, I want to do a little mini deep dive. Just a little mini deep dive on the problematic Kim Burrell and why she's always trending and always in the news. Which is really a shame because the woman really is a very talented singer. Now, is she the baddest gospel singer out there on the scene? No, and not in my opinion. And I've known about Kim Burrell for a very, very long time. I've known about Kim Burrell way back in the day when I used to sing with the gospel group and we used to travel about and, you know, on the chitlin circuit. But that's a whole nother video. But anyway, Kim Burrell's problems pretty much started back when she was on a show called Sunday's Best. Who remembers when Kim Burrell was one of the, she was like one of the guest judges. It was Kim Burrell, Yolanda Adams, and Donnie McClurkin. Those three. And I'd never forget, she would always rub me the wrong way. And it wasn't because she critiqued the guests, but it was just her approach and the way she talked to the contestants. And she was actually one of the coaches as well. You remember, guys, she was like a vocal coach, and then after she coached them, then she'd come out and sit before them and she would critique them. And just always just making nasty, disgusting comments, giggling and sniggling. Well, this one particular contestant, well, potential contestant, this guy that was auditioning, his name is Dennis Brigham. I don't know if you guys remember him, but he came in and checked Kim Burrell like no one had ever done before. As a matter of fact, Kim Burrell pretty much was not ready for Mr. Dennis Brigham. Y'all remember that? She was, I'll never forget it. You know, he walked up and, you know, sang his song the whole time. She's talking to Donnie McClurkin and he was being messy too. And, you know, they were sniggling and giggling and pretty much talking about him. And he peeped that. And once he finished singing his song, he just started going off on her. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole thing of what he said, y'all, but trust me when I tell you, homeboy went off on her. It's all over YouTube. Y'all can just pull that video up and see it. It's quite funny and it's hilarious. But I'll never forget, it pretty much started then. And that was probably one of her first initial viral moments. So now let's move forward a little bit, shall we? Let's talk about the movie Hidden Figures. Do you guys remember? It was Pharrell Williams, super producer Pharrell Williams, that actually asked her to do a song called I See Victory. This song was supposed to have been like the song of the year because the movie was absolutely amazing, okay? And you know, usually like with great movies, there's always a great soundtrack, and there's always that one particular song that people will forever and always associate with that movie. Like, say for instance, I Will Always Love You, okay? Remember, by Whitney Houston. That was for the Bodyguard soundtrack. So Pharrell kind of wanted to create that type of momentum with that movie. And Kim Burrell was asked to sing that song. As a matter of fact, she did actually record the song. Well, during that time when they were promoting that song, once again, Kim Burrell, she was out in public. I'm gonna say it was at the airport. I believe it was at the airport. And one of her fans walked up to her And this young man was very excited, and to my knowledge, I think it's pretty safe to say that the young man was gay. And not all gay people act alike. So let me just say that, so y'all don't kill me down in the comments. I'm just saying, but this particular young man, he was very, kind of flamboyant, and and yes, Miss, yes, Miss Kimburrell, and blah blah, and just speaking in young gay vernacular, and I'll never forget, following meeting with that young man, that young fan that loved her, she took to her congregation. It was like some type of service she was having at her church, and from the pulpit, she spoke of her interactions with that young man and saying how all gays are gonna die, and predicting the death of all gay people, and what's his problem, and why do they act like that, and creating yet another firestorm for her. As a matter of fact, this particular firestorm was so bad. I mean, this one was even more viral than when Dennis Brigham went off on her, that Pharrell Williams had to step in. And some of the actors from the movie Hidden Figures had comments. As a matter of fact, a lot of people had comments. I believe I was on social media then. Even I had something to say about it. But yeah. Foot and mouth disease. The woman literally cannot help herself. Let's fast forward a little further. As a matter of fact, let's fast forward to about a few months ago. Yeah, about a few months ago, when Kimburrell, once again, at church, in front of all of her people, she was I guess she was like a guest speaker or something, or she was like speaking before she was to sing a song. It was she was honoring some pastor or whatever, and she started talking about the people in the audience. She talked about how people were ugly. She talked about people's fashions and how they couldn't afford what she could afford. She talked about people living in trailer homes. She talked about, quote unquote, broke people. I mean, just nasty. Just nasty, unnecessary, disgusting comments. Foot and mouth disease. Again, another huge viral moment. That's why in the beginning of this video, I asked the question, are you purposefully trying to ruin your career, Kim? I'm just not understanding, because at this point, you are becoming more infamous than famous. Think about it. We now officially know Kimburrell more for just all of her viral moments than her actual music. Honestly, I'm not a fan of this woman, so I couldn't tell you one Kimburrell song. The things that I know about her are pretty much the things that I just listed in this video. Now, to her credit, I will say this. I do feel that her connection with Whitney Houston was real. As a matter of fact, I found it very beautiful the way she spoke of Whitney Houston, and how she even defended Whitney Houston when Whitney Houston needed defended. So I will give her that. And I really do feel that she was honestly a good friend to Whitney Houston. But speaking of connections and friendships with Kimburrell, let's talk about the tamronhall interview that she just did a couple days ago. Okay, she was on the tamronhall show. And by the way, shout out to tamronhall. Y'all, I love me some tamronhall. Tamronhall is just doing the damn thing right now. I'm loving tamronhall. So congratulations, Tamra, on your show. I believe this is like her second or third season. But anyway, shout out to tamronhall. But yeah, she was on the tamronhall show, and Tamron was interviewing her. Now, I did not see the entire interview because I saw clips of it, and to be honest, I was okay with seeing just clips of it because I can't stand Kimburrell, and I just don't want to see the woman in an entire interview. She's just nasty and vile and mean, just for no damn reason, okay? But anyway, she was talking about that viral speech, about her talking about PPP loans and ugly people and fashions, and she was not remorseful. As a matter of fact, she even doubled down on a lot of her statements. She was very arrogant. She went into this whole thing saying that, oh, people misconstrued what she was saying, and she was metaphorically speaking, which is a complete lie. Kim, we are not stupid. At least most of us aren't. I'm most certainly not stupid. You were not metaphorically speaking. You spoke directly about people, saying that people were ugly, saying that people were broke, saying that people wore bad fashions, saying that people lived in trailer homes. We're not stupid, Kim, okay? Those are not metaphors. You were literally saying those things. But anyway, so some kind of way, I saw another clip to where she was speaking on Yolanda Adams. Now, this one really, really shocked me. I was really shocked by this because I did not know that all of this time she had issue with Yolanda Adams, gospel singer, her colleague, Yolanda Adams. Pretty much in so many words, she just called Yolanda Adams two-faced and saying that now, I'm not sure what comments Yolanda Adams made about Kim Burrell, but apparently there must have been some, comments maybe that she made publicly, maybe disassociating herself with Kim Burrell, which I don't blame Yolanda. I would too. But Kim Burrell did not like that. So, she said that she wished she had picked up the phone and she was not being a real good friend to her. And, pretty like I said, pretty much calling the woman two-faced. Okay. Now, I will say, and I do this, I'm going to do this kicking and screaming, y'all. I'm going to have to defend Kim just a little bit. Hear me out now, just a little bit, when it comes to Yolanda Adams, because I have actually heard from a couple of reliable sources. One of my buddies that happens to be a gospel comedian, I'm not going to put his name out there, but he's actually dealt with Yolanda Adams, and he's met her a couple times. And it is known that Yolanda Adams is a mean girl. I have heard from a couple very reliable sources that Yolanda Adams is actually a mean girl backstage. I have heard that, and I kind of believe it. And even that new character that she's playing on that show produced by Kirk Franklin, I forget the name of it, but it's on the BET Plus network. I've heard that that's not a bit of a stretch for her. That's why she plays it so well. But anyway, that's off subject. But anyway, getting back to Kim Burrell. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know, y'all. Kim Burrell is just a whole mess. A whole entire mess. What do you guys think? I don't know. Are you guys fans of Kim Burrell? Do you like her music? Do you not like her? What do you think about all of her viral moments throughout the years? Is it me? Am I being too hard on her? Is she not up? Let me know. Y'all, let's talk about it down in the comments. All right, guys, look, that's it. That's all I got. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and do what? Subscribe. Please, I'm begging you, please. We got a lot of good stuff going on over here at Jay's World TV. Subscribe to my channel. And after you subscribe, please don't forget to head on over to Instagram and check me out at jaysworld.tv. That's JAISWORLD.tv on Instagram. And I'll holler at you later. Peace.